Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Guys, I know you've been waiting for this one. I know you guys asked for this from the very first time I started reacting to Be First. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get to it, but I promise we're doing it today. We're going to finally react to Mainstream from these boys. And I'm so excited. This has, actually I should say, this is the most viewed video on their entire channel, so you know damn well it's got to be good, and I'm holding it to a high standard then for that reason. But with how good these guys are, I have no doubt in my mind they are going to blow this out of the water and crush this shit. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive straight in. Here we go. Okay, helicopter sound. That's a sick shot. Oh, it's a bunch of drones. Okay. Okay, love the production so far. Whoa, the hooded figures behind that. What the hell? You don't have to be smart. Oh, the drones are here. Damn, this is sick. Okay. Whoa. That is sick. Okay, wow. All right, let's look into this here. So he's saying, where's it start? I love that bass. Bring in the 808. Oh my gosh, I love this action. It really kind of is a little bit of a thinker, if you want to say that. The way you live, it's all art, which is kind of interesting if they say it like that. You know, the way you live is almost like, it's like they're saying the way we live our lives, the way that we kind of like paint our story, if you will, which, I mean, actually ironically works really well with how I was going to describe this, is like you're basically painting your entire life, basically, you know, and the way you live, the way you know, go about your life, if you will. I mean, how do I want to put this? So essentially what they're saying is you basically paint your story. You basically paint your entire life as you are living it. It's almost like, instead of talking about, like, you know, like an autobiography or something like that, you know, or biography about somebody, you're essentially painting your life as it's happening. So they're basically saying the way you live, it's all art. So it's like, that's what makes life so beautiful, is you basically can look at it as in the life that we live is just an entire art story, you know? Whether, and honestly, even if you do talk about autobiography or biography, that's still art. Art can be story writing, it can be songwriting, it can be painting, it can be drawing, it can be coloring, it can be anything, you know? So really, in a way, it's almost saying, too, that even an autobiography about yourself, or even a biography written about somebody, is still basically describing the way they lived in art form. So I really love that they say that. And then if we go to the next one. Heroes, villains, follow me up. Okay, interesting to say that. Kind of like throughout our lives, we're gonna come across heroes and villains. So like, you know, we all come across people that we look up to. We all come across like villains, like people that maybe are like bad influences to us, you know, or like, you know, bad boyfriends or girlfriends, I guess you could say, or sometimes in a really bad situation, sometimes bad family members that we cut off, So they're kind of saying, like, as you're painting, or I guess not the painting, as you're writing slash bringing this, like, life of ours in your little art book, whatever you want to call it, you're going to come across heroes and villains, kind of like saying almost like, there's heroes and villains in, like, like Disney movies, for example. So in this, even in our world, there's heroes and villains we come across, Then this I'm not really sure about, but this part here is actually really cool. See, I love how they're all kind of formatted into this, like, I was gonna say triangle, but it's more like almost like an arrow. And I'm gonna go back so we just don't miss it. And they all like flip their, I don't know how they do this. They flip it over so like their backs create this like image, but I can't tell what it was. So let me see. Hang on. Boom! Yeah, like that. See, that's cool. So they have all these like arrows on the backs of their like these like hoods, I guess, hoodies, whatever you want to call them, and they all are like pointing almost like direction. It's like these are pointing at them, and then these are all pointing at them. Like, hey, look, these are the main attraction. Maybe I don't know, but regardless, this is really cool. I don't know if it's like I don't know if they did like some CGI to bring this to life, and this is like a like actual like replica of a highway in Japan or something like that, or just a road in Japan. But if this isn't CGI and they actually managed to somehow film this without traffic, I mean, that'd be impressive. This has got to be CGI. Either way, it's sick as fuck. We don't need an argument, we gotta create to the trend. Okay, we gotta create to the trend. I'm not really sure about that one. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a metaphor for something. Like, I guess, like, because if you're going back off what they've been saying, it's almost like, yeah, create until the very end or something like that. Or maybe you create until you become something. Like, a trend is something that's, like, really, like, popular right now and, like, everybody's seeing it. So, like, I guess they could be maybe saying, like, you create your life until you become almost like a trend. Like, you become that thing that people talk about. Or, like, something, you make yourself memorable, like, something that you remember. Or somebody remembers, like, you want to be, like, remembered by your family for doing something good in your life, or for just living a great life, like, when people write your eulogy, people, you're going to want people to be like, that, guy John, John lived his life to the fullest, he was an amazing father, he was a great grandfather, he was, an amazing husband, all that stuff, you don't want to be remembered as being, like, a really awful person or anything like that, or being unforgivable for that matter, so maybe that's what they're kind of saying, the idea of make yourself memorable, almost like a trend is. When something's trending, it's really, really, present in the moment. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Really cool if that's what they mean. Mainstream, I get it. The idea of saying, like, make yourself mainstream. Like, make your story again memorable enough, because you're saying like you're mainstream, like you are, like, they say like mainstream media, that's media that everybody has their eyes on. So in this moment, it's like they want to say like, hey, so if we're gonna put it on like what they're saying, they are saying they want to be mainstream. This I think is like one of their very first songs. I think if I remember what you guys have told me, so. This is kind of like a statement saying like, hey, we're going to be mainstream. We're going to be trending. We're going to make our lives as these J-pop creators for you guys so memorable that you guys will have nothing, or you have no choice but to follow us and give us love and fill up our stadiums when we go on tours and shit like that. That's cool. I love that. Okay, I'm catching on now. That's kind of deep right there, saying staying humble to not, what is it? Staying humble to, what was it? Oh, I went too far. Here we go. Staying humble to not stand out. So the idea of, like some celebrities out there, will like get a bad rep, for like things that they do or get caught doing, like, DUIs, doing something dumb, like getting, caught with, a drug scandal or a sex scandal or anything like that or whatnot. But whenever you see a celebrity doing something humble, it's like the media never covers it, So it's like in this way, it's like they're saying we're going to stay humble so we don't stand out. But only the good people will still pay attention to us. And also the idea of saying back here, mainstream, smiling so they don't hate you. Again, the idea of it's like media these days is so negative and only focuses on the negativity. So, you know, if you're smiling, if you're being humble, if you're being, you know, just a genuinely good person, you won't get all this immediate attention on you. And media kind of tends to leave you alone. And that way it kind of gets to be just them and their fans, and they might not be, you know, burdened by the pressures or burdened by the media trying to, like, catch them in the act of doing something, you know, that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, you know, which is so shitty. That's what we kind of focus on, you know, in terms of the media. Like, the media focuses so much on negativity, but they don't want to point out the good stuff. And it's like, why? Why do we do that? You know? I love their dancing. Their choreography is astounding. Ugh. Bring that bass back in. Let's go. Ooh. Your existence is the evolution of media. Yes, that's exactly what I've been saying, kind of, in a way. They're basically saying that the way that you act and the way that you hold yourself as an artist, in their cases, we'll say, is, you know, how the media is going to basically react and how the media is going to basically be formulated. You know, the media basically thrives off of negativity. So if you just stay humble, if you know, put on that smile and whatnot, you give them nothing to work with, the media just falls apart. I love that. Wow. Yeah, what you want to wear, be who you want to be. I mean, what kind of prince do you see in me? Like, you know, like the idea of like being a prince, like somebody that you like look up to for like guidance and stuff, because like they're our leader. Well, not for me. I don't live in I live in the U.S., so I don't really have a prince. I have a president. But anyways, regardless, like when you look at like, you know, a prince and their title, you look to a prince to like guide you and whatnot and be a role model. You know, so they have to obviously behave and be on their best behavior also, you know. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Actually, I'm sorry. I gotta watch that again. That dance was insane. I've never seen somebody dance like that. These boys are setting a fucking standard, like they just said right now. We're gonna show you the new standard. Yeah, they are. Are you kidding me? Let's go. What? Wow. Oh. Oh, it's so good! Wow, that view. Wow, how'd they shoot this? This is amazing. They're so precise. How? Mainstream. Yeah, you guys are. Are you kidding me? You guys are definitely mainstream. Ugh. Shout out to all these people for making this happen. Honestly. Wow. Oh. That was cool. Oh my god. What on earth? I cannot believe that I've been sleeping on this and not reacting to it. I am so sorry, guys. I can see why you guys want me to react to this. Because this was freaking incredible. I mean, this was just astounding. I mean, talk about everything being perfect. The vocals, the rapping, the music video itself, the choreography. I mean, you checked off all 4 boxes. and outdid yourselves, boys. You fucking crushed this shit. Like, what? That was so good. And like, I love this idea of like not only just like taking it as like their story and saying like we're gonna be mainstream, we're gonna set a new standard, we're gonna not like give into like the media and whatnot and give them what they want with like giving them like some kind of like negative story to like work with to make us look bad or anything like that. Like they're like we are gonna be mainstream to our fans and that's it. We're not gonna give in to all the media bullshit. We're not gonna let we're not gonna let media control us and how we act and who we are. They're setting their own standard coming in with just jaw-dropping choreography, incredibly well done production, and vocals and the raps and stuff. Everything here is so high quality. The music video itself was so high quality. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is all CGI. If they actually did this in Japan, like in a Tokyo like area or somewhere in the Tokyo area or what. But like the way that this was shot and just even like if it was even if it was CGI'd or anything like that was so just spectacular. I honestly want to watch this 50 more times just because I want to see just not only just how good the music video looks, but the choreography again and whatnot. And that's just amazing. These boys are setting a standard. I mean, between them and number underscore I, both of them are just setting standards for boy like Japanese groups. Just phenomenal. I mean, I could probably watch this like 10 more times and point out even more stuff for you guys, but like, I mean, I got caught in the lyrics this time around, so this is more of like a lyric breakdown. But regardless, I mean, I'm blown away. I really am. Anyways, I could go on another 20 minutes about how good these guys are and like break down every single aspect of what they did perfectly, but I don't think you guys want a 30-minute video, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. So, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll go ahead and put over here my other reactions to Be First in the reactions playlist I made for them, and yeah, that way we can catch up. And of course, please let me know what else you may react to from these boys, because I know I'm sure there's a lot more I've not seen yet. Or wait for more music from them. So yeah, but anyways, regardless, guys, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, guys, bye.